Hello, everybody. Chris with Night of Living Card Games, back for day 3 of my Legacy of the Ancestors campaign through Earthborne Rangers. Right, so I finished day 2, found Solaro Mako, and now have a new mission to go survey the depths, which means I gotta go run around and clear some features from multiple locations. But I did get a reward for finding Solaro, and because I camped, I can add it to my deck. So I got the Lambent's rig, which allows you to illuminate yourself, which seems like it's going to be a good thing. So I'm going to put right now both of them into my deck. And to make room for it, I got rid of one of my Kasende techniques, because at least so far, I'm not seeing a lot of necessity to have high damage output. And then Wonders of the Valley, which just allows me to add progress to a feature when I get fatigued. So we'll see if I end up needing any of those cards later on. The nice thing about this, as long as you camp, you can update your deck with whatever cards you want that you may have had, either reward cards or cards you displaced or anything like that. All right. So let us draw our opening hand here. Oh, we got one of those Lambent's rigs. I swear I did a shuffle. Pakoto, Stout-Hearted Guardian, Bravest Ranger, and Bold. Okay. Well, we're going to keep the Lambent's rig. I think we're going to... This is not an aid card, though. Okay, we're going to keep Bold as well. I'm going to keep the Stout-Hearted Guardian, because that's great. I will pitch the Bravest Ranger. I will pitch Compassionate. I will keep Pakoto. Let's draw 2 more. Quiet, and my Ranger badge. All right. Got a lot of things for that spirit energy to spend on. All right. So, for the 3 locations that I have to go survey, we have the Drenching Chamber, Orland's Vault, and Scuttler Network. And I was at the chimney, so I decided I'm going to come down to the Drenching Chamber, and I'm going to just try to circle around that way. So we'll start with the Drenching Chamber. If I get through it today, travel over to the Desert of Endless Night, and ideally, if I can, get over to Orland's Vault before the day ends. But, as always, we see how that goes. So we're starting out in the Drenching Chamber. The first thing you hear as you enter the chamber is the constant plip and plop of water droplets falling from the still water that pools around your ankles and gurgles into cracks in the floor and passages along the chamber walls. Every so often, the relative quiet is interrupted by a surge of water pouring in from the large circular hatches in the ceiling. Based on your internal compass, you're willing to bet that this chamber lies not but a few meters beneath the bottom of the Silverfin River. Right, so we've got that, and then arrival setup, lead ranger searches the path deck for the next feature and puts it into play. Right. Well, first card on there is a Selenok Switchback. So it is a feature, a lair, and a trail. 3 harm, 6 progress to clear, and focus plus traverse 2 to discern the trail formed by the Great Slug's passage through the fungal forest to move your ranger token to it. In response, before your turn, if your ranger token is on this feature, you may add 1 progress to it to cause all cards to lose the mycelial keyword until the end of your turn. Interesting. Right, that goes along the way. We are still on the Enveloping Silence weather on day 3. So that is that. So now we start a turn, and first things first, we draw a path card. Oh, I've got to put my trail tokens on there. And then we get some saber beetles. All right. Comes in with 2 beetles, so it has a presence of 2 and 2 hit points. All right, so let us spend 2 fitness energy to get quiet out. Let's spend 2 spirit energy to get my stout-hearted guardian out. And then we're going to spend 1 to get our lambent's rig out. Comes in with 3. Let's see here. I think we'll see if this comes back to bite us, no pun intended. So we are going to... Oh, maximum of 1 per test, but again, this is not a test, so... Card, so I will have Quiet go stomp and eat those beetles. Okay, let us... We're going to spend a focus to try to remember my training. 0, so I do succeed. But with only 1, so I get to look at the top. I don't need Stout-Hearted Guardian, so I will put that to the bottom, and I will draw a card, which is my Vaulting Rod. Very nice. Right, now blue. Nothing here. If this mission is attached to a feature... Oh, hang on a second. I needed to attach it. Comes into play at one of these locations. You may attach a mission to it. I will do so. Oh, it is not the trail tokens. It is the mission on it. Okay, and the blue effect is if this mission is attached to a feature that is not illuminated, the darkness presses in, suffer 1 fatigue. So I suffer fatigue. And then the switchback says exhaust this feature, search the path deck for the next being and put it into play, then add 1 progress to this feature. Okay. So we exhaust it. We go get the next being. Nope. Yes, a wandering spirit. Interesting. All right, this one's got a some story to read on it. You hear rhythmic footsteps in the distance, echoing across the cavern walls. But something about the quality of the sound feels off, not like the soles of a boot on cavern floor. You follow the sound and soon discover why. A tall, broad-shouldered figure in exotic dress walks down the hall, staring up at the ceiling as he strides forward slowly and methodically. His face is obscured by a hat and tattered scarf, although 2 pinpricks of light peek out from within the darkness where his face should be. You can't be sure, but his body seems slightly translucent, and clouds of mist swirl about him. If you had to guess, you'd assume this is an Estian spirit. You wonder what he's looking for. Clear the spirit with progress to discern what he is looking for. All right, he comes in within reach. He is a 2 presence, no hit points, 4 per range or progress threshold, friendly spirit. And we can do a fit plus connect, a fit plus compassion test against 2 to follow the spirit through the ruins and add progress to a ruin equal to your effort. If this clears that ruin, when you discard it, move all progress from it to this being. Okay. So we need ruins. Is this a ruin? I don't think so, but nope. Okay, so that is my turn. I don't have an aid card out, so I can't do my little ability to get my card back. There's nothing really I can do with any of this. So we are going to call that done. So let's ready up all the cards. Refresh our energy. Draw a card, which is my sketchbook. And now we draw a path card. It is a trap mushroom. It is a feature. Ambush. Oof. So, ambush of 2. And focus. Plus that, 2. Lure other beings in the trap to exhaust a being and add 1 harm to any flora. Okay. All right, so we are going to spend 1 to get my vaulting rod out. And now I will spend a awareness energy to put a token on here and pull a card. It is a dear friend. Let's see here. Whew, I got a lot of things that need working on here. Can't say as I like it too much. All right, if I had a ruin out, I would care more, but I don't. Okay, so let us... I guess spend 2 to get Pakoto out. Let's try to connect with Pakoto 1-to-1. -1, I fail. Red icon, nothing, nothing. Mission is down here, nothing, 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 nothing. Okay, so no big deal on that one. Let's try to look at my, remember my training. 0, so I succeed, so I can look at the top card of my deck. The Bravest Ranger. You know, I don't care that much about that right now, so we'll put that on the bottom and draw another one. It is Cordo's Instinct. I don't want to just be completely hosed by these things, so I guess I'm going to try to do the fitness plus compassion test against 2, so I'm a 3 versus a 2. +1, I succeed with a total of 4. So I followed it through the ruins. I add progress to a ruin equal to your effort. Oh, wait. No, I didn't want to do that. Never mind. Let me put that back. I'm going to shuffle this up because, no, that doesn't actually do me anything. I thought it would allow me to connect and clear with that, but alas, I need a ruin to do that. So all right. So what do I want to do here? I don't really want to try get 4 fatigue to do that. So I guess instead I'm gonna just try to hit the trap mushroom. So I am a 3 versus a 2. 0, I succeed, so I get 3 progress on you. All right, we got blue, blue, nothing there. Here, it's not illuminated, so I suffer a fatigue. exhaust this feature, go search for the next being and put it into play, and then add a progress there. So, All right, well, first one up, Ravenous Selenok. A 2 presence, 5 damage, 6 progress threshold. Being prey mollusk. All right, well, I put him into play. He comes in here, which I guess means that he triggers. So we've got a prey. All right, so we'll do this one first. If there is an active prey, exhaust it. All right. Add progress to it and damage to this feature, both equal to that prey's presence. Right, so we could do 2 here and 2 damage here. Wandering Spirit, the being loses friendly until the end of the next turn. Okay. Oh, that's right. He was friendly, so he wouldn't have fatigued me to go past him. Maybe I should have. C'est la vie. Not much I can do with a 1 awareness energy. So I think we're just gonna wrap this up. We'll end our turn and rest. Get our energy back. Ready all the cards. Draw a card, which is another bold. And then, okay, so we get a moment of the Arcology here. Slippery footing. The slick ground before you starts to slope, gradually at first, but then suddenly steep. You lose your footing, land uncomfortably on your backside, and start sliding downward. If you see this card while scouting, I did not. You may perform the following test. If you choose not to, resolve its fail effect. So fit plus the swirly icon 2 to catch a handhold on the rock to add 1 progress to the location and discard this card. If you fail, move all cards within reach to along the way and suffer 1 injury. I don't particularly want to suffer an injury, so... Oh, I don't want to... All right. Or do I just suffer an injury? I would lose... If I suffer an injury, basically every time I rest, I fatigue 1, and I also have to pitch my fatigue stack. But I also don't want to just... I gotta clear that thing out. All right. Let us... Yeah, as much as I don't want to, I'm going to do fitness plus bold, 3 versus 2. -1, I succeed. All right, well, suffer a fatigue. Lovely. And now we search for the next being and add it. That is another being. Right on top. And now we get, if there is an active prey, there is. We'll exhaust it, add progress to it, equal to its presence, putting it at 4 out of 6. And then we add damage to this, which clears it out. The being loses friendly till the end of next turn. That's fine. He was already not friendly. And then if there is an active predator... negative. So the predator would hurt the Selenok. Okay. We're going to spend 2 to get my ranger badge out, because I'm going to need that now. As much fatigue as I... So I am going to exhaust myself, spending a focus... No, I'm going to spend a awareness energy to add a token to my Ranger badge, which is an aid card, to draw a card. I am now going to exhaust my Ranger badge and spend a charge to ready myself up. And oh look, I'm going to do it again. Let's get those fatigue cards. All right, a gauze blade. Interesting. I do. So you know what? We're going to spend one to get a gauze blade out, because I might have to cut my way through these Selenox here. We are going to try to connect with Picoto. So 1 versus 1. -1, I fail. Right. Spend an energy, or bad things happen, so I'll spend my last energy on that. Nothing here. Here, if there's a flora in another area, the great slug seeks it out. Move this being to that area. Are you a flora? No. So nothing happens there. All right, well, I'm tapped out, so not a whole lot more I can do. So we will ready things up. Put our energy back. Draw a card, which is the Bravest Ranger. And now draw a path card. Saber beetles. Beautiful. It is a predator, so if I draw a blue mountain, I can get that taken out. All right, so what we are going to do here, we are, excuse me, we are going to try to connect with Picoto. So 3 compassion versus 1. 0, I succeed, I get 3 on it. Red crest, nothing, nothing, nothing. If you have less focus energy than the swarm's presence, exhaust it and suffer an injury. Oof. Well, I suffer an injury. So, guess I should have done the fatigue stack first. My little tricks. Wonders of the Valley. Yeah, that would have been really handy. Okay. If a prey has 1 or more progress on it, discard. Oh, if this prey has on it, discard it. 1 progress from it and suffer a fatigue. Well, shoot. So my plan was to use Picoto to get 2 progress on him to clear him out, but that clearly didn't work the way I meant it to. All right, well, let's do this. And yeah, we're going to do a focus to put an aid on this, which heals me that. All right, we are going to exhaust Picoto, spend 1 here, put 1 on an aid card. I'll put it up here. And get 2 progress on a being, so I will put it on the Selenoc at the moment. Now the question is, do I want to try to attack? Do I want to try to attack one of these guys with this? No. All right. So, you know what? We're just going to end our turn. Yeah, we're going to rest, which my injury fatigues me 1. I don't think I'm going to make it anywhere this turn. So now we ready everything up. Put our energy back, draw a card, which is a Lambent's Rig. Now, he is no longer unfriendly, so Oh, goody. Burden Archelon. 3 presence, 8 damage, 6 connect. Enters play, search the path deck, and discard for the next flora and attach it face up to this predator. All right. Nope. Yes, a poisonous mushroom. Brilliant. Things are going great. No complaints about how this is going at all. All right, my turn. All right, first things first, let's do this. Spend an energy. Get this. Let's clear up my fatigue. We are boy. Do I try to avoid? No, I think first things first, let's just take care of this. We'll take 1 off Pakoto, add 1 to my vaulting rod to add 2 progress here, which clears you out. All right. That does that. We are going to use a slice off my gauze blade. Oh, I gotta fit and do I want to? Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to do a 3 versus a 2 attack. You know what? Before I do that, actually, I'm going to exhaust this and spend 2. Let's get this illuminated because I don't need any more beings at the moment. So again, 3 versus 2. +1, I succeed. Total of 4. So he suffers damage equal to your effort. So 4. So he is defeated. Slice through those beetles. All right. Now we got to do the challenge effects. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. This. If you have 1 or more fatigue, suffer 1 injury. Haha. I don't. All right. Good to know. Always keep myself out of fatigue if possible. Right. And now here, if this prey has 1 or more progress on it, I do not. All right. So that was that. Oh, I gotta shuffle these up. So what is my play here? Maybe I try to connect with that guy, and then next turn maybe Pakoto can do something about it. And then after that, I go after this, because how many do I need, though? 3 surveys. Oof. I don't think I'm getting through this turn, this round, but we'll see. Okay. So yeah, let's try to connect with that. So I'm a 3 versus a 2. I succeed with effort of 3. So blue, nothing, nothing. If this mission is attached to a feature and it is not illuminated, it is illuminated. Exhaust this feature. Oh no, that doesn't even matter from a purpose of illumination. So all I did was save myself fatigue. So I need to find the next being, which is the Crimson Guardian. Okay. We'll be reading this. So Crimson Guardian, 2 presence, 4 health, 6 threshold to connect. It is an obstacle and disconnected. It comes in with 4 power. And it says response: when there is no power on this being, discard it. And I can do a fitness plus a swirly icon to grapple with the Guardian to move this machine and discard 1 power from it. All right, so, but let us read about this. A red glow illuminates the hall ahead, and you hear a low mechanical growl. The sound of heavy footsteps precedes a hulking form that all but fills the passageway. It stops and projects several thin red bands of light that seem to scan its surroundings. You stand rock still as the lights move across your body, first horizontally, then vertically. Suddenly, the machine turns, and a powerful blood-red light shines upon you. Okie dokie. Okay, so that was that, and then we get to add a progress to that. All right, so nothing here, but this guy says if there's an active prey, exhaust it. You are not a prey. You are a prey. Exhaust it. Add presence to it, and harm to this feature both equals to the prey's presence. So we get to do 2 damage on this, and 2. Okay, well that's handy. Okay. All right, so making a little bit of progress here. Okay, so I'm going to end my turn. There's nothing else I want to do at the moment. So I rest, which means I fatigue due to my injury. Now we ready everything. Put my energy back. Draw a card, which is follow in footsteps. And now we draw a path card. It is a glowing mushroom feature. Problem is I get all these features in, but I haven't been able to clear this stinking thing. Okay. Oh, I did not do that. All right, first things first. We're going to exhaust ourselves and spend a focus. Let us get that card up. We are going to use the last progress off of Pakoto. We will add a token to my ranger badge. Oh, I didn't add to an aid. To add 2 here, which clears you out. All right. We are going to exhaust the vaulting rod and spend a charge to exhaust an obstacle. Or to exhaust a path card, isn't it? No, it is specifically an obstacle. All right. This guy is an obstacle. All right. We are going to exhaust our badge, spend a charge to ready ourselves up. Because we are going to 1, 2, 3, 3 versus 1. So I am going to go and try to traverse this. He doesn't fatigue me because he's friendly. He fatigues me for 1. So I am currently 3, and because I have enough cards in my hand, this gains a exploration icon, so I get to use that. So 3 versus 1. I kind of want to get this just taken care of. So I guess I'm going to commit both of them. So I'm a 4 versus 1. Plus 1. Or no, I'm sorry. 0. Looking at the wrong one. 0. So I do succeed with 4. So we get 1 there. All right, so that clears this. So this mission comes over, comes back, and we get 1 on it. All right, now, red. Nothing, nothing. If you have 1 or more fatigue, which I do, suffer an injury. Well, shoot. So this goes away, and I suffer an injury. Nothing on anything else. Ooh. That burden Archeron is causing me some problems. All right. Oh, I don't even have any red icon. Fitness. I could throw the Bravest Ranger out, so... But if I get another injury, my day immediately ends, and I get an injury malady to add to my deck. Can't say as I particularly like that. Let us try to... You know, we're just going to connect with the Wanderer Spirit. So we're going to spend 3, 4 versus 2. We'll do 5 versus 2. -2, and my day is going to end, ladies and gentlemen. So I do succeed, but I only get 3 progress on him. Now we get the red challenge effect. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Oh, no, I don't have any fatigue in me. Haha, because I got injured. So nothing happens there. And nothing red there. We are... Oof, do I have any chance? Probably not. But... You know what? We're going to spend 2 to do a Cordo's Instinct. So we're going to look at the deck and put a card on the top. So I want to try to find a feature. All right, so I got 3 features. Either a parasitic mushroom or a spore mushroom. So I think we're going to put the... veiled mushroom out. On top, we shuffled up. Okay. That is my turn. So we are going to rest, which means we get fatigue 2 for the 2 injuries. Put our energy back. Ready all the cards. Okay, and now we draw a path card. Oh, I gotta shuffle this up, sorry. All right. At this point, what I'm just trying to do is see if maybe, just maybe, I can... get enough, get 2 features out before I get that 3rd injury. Okay. So now we draw our path card, which is a feature. It is a veiled mushroom. I am going to put that on it. Okay. So, what I am going to do... Let us exhaust ourselves, spend a focus to put 1 here. Clears our fatigue. Very nice. We're going to exhaust the Ranger badge, go up, bring her down, bring myself back up. Then we're going to exhaust ourselves, spend an awareness, put an energy back here to pull you out. Another quiet. Okay. We are now going to try to connect with the spirit. We're going to use a compassion. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to exhaust this, spend a charge to exhaust the Crimson Guardian. We're now going to try to connect with the Wanderer Spirit. All right, so that is a 5 versus a 2. You know what? We're going to do a 6 versus a 2. 0. So I succeed a 6. Now what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to spend 1 fitness to play, follow in my footsteps. After you succeeded a connect test, add progress to a feature equal to your effort. This is in addition to the test standard effects. So I also get to put 6 progress here, which is enough to clear you, which I got to read your entry here in a second, but also clear you, which gives me another feature. All right, so you get cleared 150. Oh, no. Never mind. That's only... Oh, no. That is if you clear with progress. So 151. Let's see here. As you observe the spirit, you note that he moves with a certain practice repetition, as if he is deeply familiar with his current path. At a turn in the passage, the spirit pauses and finally acknowledges your presence. He speaks to you in a startlingly deep voice, gestures with his hands as he does. The language is that of the ancients, and while you are unable to understand it, you can still make out many familiar sounds. That, however, is where the similarities to your language ends. Despite this, you get the strong sense from his tone that he desires to be free. Perhaps he has been doomed to walk the same path for centuries, revisiting a past he would just as soon forget. If you can help this spirit break free from his familiar patterns, he might be able to move on. So we have a choice. We can either lead the spirit on an unexpected journey to discard all progress from the Wanderer Spirit and attach Helping Hand mission to him, then note your current location. Travel to a location 3 or more paths away from the noted location, then clear the Wanderer Spirit with progress. So basically, we have to lead him far away and then clear him to, I guess, break his routine and set him free. Or we let the spirit go on his way, discard the spirit, and we get to soothe to fatigue. There's no way I'm going to be able to get 3 locations away, so I am going to just choose 2. Sorry, Wandering Spirit, maybe next time. I would soothe to fatigue, but I do not have to fatigue to soothe. All right, so that is that. Now challenge effects. Nothing. Nothing on the big boy. Is there an act of prey? There is no act of prey, so that doesn't trigger. If there's an act of prey, there is no act of prey, so that doesn't trigger. Okay. So I think I don't have enough to do anything else. So I guess I am going to end my turn. If I had one more energy, I could have done another Cordo's Instinct to guarantee that I get another feature, but that's okay. All right, we're going to end our turn, which fatigues me too. Now we're going to ready everything up. Put our energy back. Draw a card, which is the Cassendi technique. And now we draw a path card, which is... So there were 3 cards left in the deck. 2 of them were features. 1 of them was a being. And it, of course, is the being. It is the mutating Galgathrop. It has X presence, 5 damage, 7 connect, And it comes in with 1 mutation, and X is equal to the number of mutations on this being. So it has a presence of 1. And then awareness plus connect to comprehend what your eyes are seeing to move your ranger token to this being. So it comes in, I'll read its passage in a second. Blue challenge effect, add 1 mutation to this being, then it fatigues you. And then red, if you have 3 or more fatigue, exhaust this being and suffer an injury. Okay. All right, so let us read the entry. This is definitely not what I needed. 147. Your nostrils are filled with a dank and moldering odor, something rotten, like decaying meat. Then the darkness beside you seems to spring to life, and you're hit by a blast of hot, rancid breath. A massive bulk surges toward you, its distended maw hanging open and ratty tentacles whipping at your head. You hear a wet, gurgling growl from somewhere deep within its chest. Clear the mutating Golgothrop with progress while each ranger's token is on it to gain a greater understanding of it. Okay. Sure, no problem. Easy. Alternatively, because you are a being, yep. You know, as delightful as this is, I'm going to spend 1 for the Cassende technique. If you have a weapon equipped, which I do with my Gauze Blade, add 5 damage to a being. Then, suffer fatigue equal to the number of damage on that being in excess of its harm threshold. Oh, look, it has a harm threshold of 5. I just knife it. So, sorry, I know that's not overly rangery-like, but I'm not in a position to deal with that right now. All right, so let us spend an energy, put a token on Ranger Badge to draw a card. It is Pakoda the Ferret. We will now exhaust the badge, spend a token to ready myself up. I will now, I'm going to spend fitness, put that token back on the badge, do my other technique. It is an intention translator. All right, so what is my plan here? So I know I got a feature coming up. I only have 3 cards in my deck, so I am going to have 1 turn. I have 1 turn to clear, for that feature to come up and to clear it. Oh, I wish I had that other... that other title. All right. All right, so I am going to do nothing. I am ending my turn, which puts 2 cards into my fatigue stack. Ready everything up. We draw a path card. It is a parasitic mushroom. 2 presence. It is a feature, so I will attach this to it. It is a 2 presence, 4 progress threshold. That's the big thing. Okay. All right. That is that. So this is my 1 turn. So let us exhaust myself. Do that. Draw a card. Stout-hearted Guardian. Oh, we put it up here. We're going to do this one. I'll exhaust. Ready. Do this. Spend 1 of this. Put this on. Oh, okay, perfect. So I got follow my footsteps. So I can do, so let us spend one off of here to exhaust this. So I got the follow in my footsteps. So if I make a connect test, then I can just add it to that. So I could go all in on a connect test. I don't have any fatigue, so I won't suffer an injury. Okay. So I like those. So what I'm going to do is I am going to try to connect with Pakodo. I'm going to spend 3 spirit. I'm going to commit 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let me think here. So -2 is as big as it gets. I need to make sure that I get at least 4 on there. So I need to be 6 up. So I need to be 7. No, I need to be at a 6 to guarantee that I will have enough to clear that. So 2, 3. So that's 3, and 3 more makes 6. So I'm a 6 versus a 1. Even if I get a -2, that'll leave me at a 4 progress. Then I can play this. All right. -1, so I succeed. I get 5 progress on Pakodo. I am going to spend 1 to play Follow in My Footsteps, which allows me, because I made a successful connect test, to add progress to a feature equal to your effort. So that is 5, so that clears you out. And that gives me my 3rd on this. So I will read that in a second. Let's do the icons first. So blue, nothing, nothing. Nothing here. If there's an active prey, there is no active prey. Nothing. If there's an active prey. Nothing. Okay. So we are going to, I have 3 surveys on this mission, do 1.106. Let's see, drenching chamber. You are not overly familiar with the workings of the hydroelectric turbines beneath Spire, through which the waters of the Silverfin flow to provide energy to the village. But you're reasonably certain that this chamber is somehow connected. You find that if you remain still and listen beyond the sound of dripping water and that of your own heartbeat, you can perceive a distant thrum coming from somewhere above, reverberating through the surrounding rock. The rhythm of the thrum syncs with the occasional release of water into the chamber from the openings above, followed shortly thereafter by a low gurgling sound as that water is flushed from the chamber. You reflect on how great is the generosity of the Estians that they should leave so many mechanical wonders to be discovered and utilized by a people they would never meet in waking life. Discard all the surveys from Survey the Depth. Check off the bubble matching your current survey, current location next to the Survey the Depths on your campaign tracker. If 2 or more bubbles are filled, there is not. The drenching chamber has been surveyed. Travel to one of the other 2 locations to continue this mission. Okay, I am going to save that. I have no way of getting the progress on here, and I am going to fatigue out as soon as I rest. So there's nothing for me to do, and I don't want to risk another injury, so I am resting. That fatigues me for 2. 1. Oh, that's it. My day is over. Whew. Okay, so that was rough, but we did complete the day. I would have loved to have traveled away, but it just didn't work out. We did complete the day, and we did survey the depths. So that means when I play tomorrow's game day, I can then focus on traveling to the Desert of Endless Night and then Orland's Vault. Just focus on traveling, and then I can try to survey once I'm there. Okay, so that was a fun game. A little harrowing, but that's what makes it fun. As always, if you watch this, if you got here, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. As much as I love playing, even solo, it's great to know that there are some people out there that might be watching me also. If you like what you saw, hit the like button. You want to see more, subscribe, leave a comment if you want to see something else. I'll get some more Marvel on the table here shortly, or the electronic table, since I'll be using Octagon, and get some games of that out. So, as always, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great evening.